I hope you had a wonderful day or enjoying the day so far. And thank you so much for being here with me on this channel. For those of you who don't know me, we're just connecting. I'm Camilla Kalberg, the founder and coach in Kalberg Coaching, where we help executives and other business professionals become more executive, become more successful without harder work. And we enjoy our global work. Thank you so much for your support you're showing in what we're doing and how we are changing the world to be a better place for so many of you and your employees and your families. All right, tonight I decided to do a free flow on thoughts. There's two reasons why I do it. First of all, I've just launched today a new series, a free webinar series on why you want to change your thoughts. And I have decided to talk and hone in on thoughts because there are so many people who have, may I put it like this, absolutely no idea that you can control your thoughts. What you can see in the teaser I just written is that I had no idea that it was possible to control my thoughts until I started working with a coach. And so, those of you who master your thoughts, you've been working with a coach for a while. It does take a while to master your thoughts, control your thoughts. The thing is, you want to control your thoughts if you want to become more successful. And you would say, why is that, Camilla? Okay, listen here. Everything, how we perceive the world, everything stems from your imagination, how you perceive the world. You perceive the world in one way, I perceive it in another way. We may be on same wavelength or energy length, but you have your perspective, I have my perspective. How you see the world is an output into the thoughts that you think. The thoughts that you think create a special set of feelings. Those feelings result in action or inaction. So, if you want to become more successful, you don't want to go on another technology course, you don't want to go on another academic course, you don't want to just be promoted. What you want to do is to increase your self awareness. And why do you want to do that? Listen, you think about 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day. And unless you change some of those thoughts that don't serve you, will you change? No, you won't. And that is, if you ask me, one of the essential tools in why you want to go in one of these essential tools that make you more successful. It's also one of those essential tools that you want to have in your leadership tool belt. And you want to practice this so intensely that you, in a millisecond, can capture how you think and whether the thoughts that you think set yourself up for success or not. When you do that, you master your thoughts. And it's just really, it is so important to do this piece of work if you want to become more successful the easy way. And I'll go more into the different levels of thoughts in my upcoming webinar and also in my upcoming free lives. But what I want to share with you that most people, until you so control, you master your thoughts, many people fall into the group of like victim thoughts. I was about to say the bucket, but there's no bucket, right? But we fall into the camp of victimhood. And that is where you think, oh, things are done to me. Why is this? You point out to the external world. You don't take any accountability on how you show up. So your thoughts give you a story, a negative self story. And that takes you really uphill because life doesn't get any easier than that. You just feel a victim. You feel victimized that things are done to you. And you want to shift those thoughts around that no longer serves you. Because if you want to become a successful leader, you want to control your thoughts. You will no longer want to be available for thoughts that drain you down, right? Drain you from energy, that takes you uphill, take you uphill rather than downhill. That is why you want to practice how to control your thoughts. Because when you control your thoughts and you in the millisecond think out, what am I about to say? Why do I think that? What are my trigger points? Then you can shift the thoughts to a better feeling. And when you have a better feeling, you get a better and a more sustainable action. I want to give you an example. In my masterclass last week, I had a masterminder. We had a conversation, but one of my masterminders says, I want to be, I know where my strengths are. Also know, want to shift some of my weaknesses around. And I immediately thought about Proctor's model of weakness and strength and all that. I can't remember what's now, but you know that model. And there, in that, even in that business language, we talk about weaknesses. The five forces, right? That is the five forces. Proctor, I think it's five forces. And you may know, correct me if I'm wrong, and help me where this model is from. The thing is, when you use the word weakness, it doesn't really set you up for success. You don't feel a success when you talk about my weaknesses, right? Who wants to embrace weaknesses? Oh, you're just belittling yourself. And you are amazing. You're just enough as who you are and where you are right now. That is where you have leveled up your conscious awareness. So then we had a conversation, a coaching conversation around that word. And it's also stemming into the language and the thoughts that he was thinking. And so it was really interesting. But let's shift those thoughts around. And by shifting the thoughts, we also shifted the language and we shifted the feelings. That is why it's so important that you want to control your thoughts. It's also then channel into your language, your feelings, and your actions. So I cannot but emphasize and invite you in on this amazing journey to start peeling your own onion, become more self aware of the thoughts that you think. And remember back to the different researchers that prove that we think to about 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day. Think about that. So if you don't set yourself up for success, and by so doing, commit yourself to really become so aware of how you think or what the thoughts that you think, where do they arise from? And is that really your thoughts? Is that your parents' thoughts? Is that your spouse's thoughts? Where does these community thoughts, social thoughts, whatever, where do these thoughts stem from, right? If you don't take your curiosity glasses on and become so curious about your own self, you will never become so much more successful and your life will never become more amazing and more abundant. Everything starts with you. Any change starts with you. And any change starts with how you perceive the world and your thoughts. It's that easy. And when you get this tool really under your skin, you will see everything starts to change. My body reacting now. Because you will become so self-aware that you will maybe, as I did, looking out of the kitchen window and thinking some thoughts, and you would capture yourself in the moment and say, but what I'm thinking right now, how does that support me? How does that make me feel happy? Maybe not. Why are you then entertaining thoughts that don't set you up for success? It's, it's really that easy. And you will ask, what better feeling question can I ask myself? What better feeling thought can I invite myself to create? And then you shift your language, you shift your feelings, and you shift your actions. And you not only level up or elevate your health, your wellness, you will also create a movement and inspire those around you. If you are unsure what I'm talking about, reach out to me because this is essential for your growth. It's essential for you to become a better leader, to become more successful without harder work. We're talking about the difference between a not so good leader and a very successful leader. Highly successful overachiever and a highly successful leader or a high performing leader. So, if this resonates with you, here's my invitation. You should join my free webinar on the 8th of September, where I will start teaching you on how to change your thoughts. And I bet, because you're here, that you don't understand what I'm talking about. Maybe you haven't elevated your awareness, your self-awareness, but that's okay. We all start at the beginning of the journey, and most people have no idea about this. Only those who are work with coaches, and you can just look at the market. How many executive coaches, how many certified coaches do we have out in the world? Not so many. So guess there is a big opportunity here for you to level up. And the reason why you want to be ahead of the game, ahead of the competition, is because tomorrow's leader honing in on or leveling up, elevating the leadership, emotional intelligence. They know that it's no longer technology insights that gets them up the career ladder or enables them to become more successful, a better paycheck, and more freedom. We all want more freedom, I guess. You don't get more freedom just by going in another course. You get more freedom when you start to increase your conscious awareness. Boom, cannot be argued. So if this resonates with you, here's my invitation. Join the webinar. It's free. It's on my chart on the 8th of September. And I guarantee you will leave that 1 hour webinar with more insights, more wisdom. That's some information. And now it's your choice how you're going to use that information and transform that information so that you can create an even better life for yourself, for your employees, for your family, and thousands of other families. With this, thank you for tuning in. My love and my appreciation flows to you. And just stay with me over the next couple of weeks because I guarantee you will elevate your awareness about your thoughts. And I hope to inspire you to start increasing your self-consciousness of how you show up. The train is running. There's movement now out there about leveling up your emotional intelligence. And it all starts with you, right? So be inspired. I hope you're inspired. Join the movement. because this is going to be amazing. This is amazing. So until tomorrow, enjoy the rest of the day and yeah, speak to you soon. Bye for now.